Well done, that's it. So if you've got hand weights, grab them. I've just got 1 kilogram and 1 kilogram per hand. It could be 0.5 of a kilogram as well. That's it. And then we'll just start with some bicep curls. Drop the shoulders. Breathe out, curl. Breathe in. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades down your back, especially as those hands lower. So you lower the hands, you keep the shoulders back, and you keep the shoulder blades down your back. What some people do when they're doing a bicep curl, especially when the weights are heavier, is they tend to sort of pop the shoulders forward and do a movement like that. So keep the shoulders tucked, and then just keep the shoulders tucked back. It's actually a great shoulder blade exercise when you're doing a good quality bicep curl. Well done. Chin tucks, and make sure you've got your tail pulled down and your tummy pulling back. So you're firing up your glutes, and then just have a quick glance at your feet and check that your feet are hip width apart and not too wide. Second toes pointing to 12 o'clock. Well done. Keep the shoulder blades working. We'll curl up and we'll rise to tiptoes and lower down. Breathe out, curl up. Breathe in, lower down. Breathe in, breathe out. Well done. Now keep pulling up through your pelvic floor lightly. Breathing out as you're curling up. Well done, lovely. Breathing out as you're curling up. Keep the shoulder blades working on your back. Well done. And this time what we'll do is we'll curl up and we'll lower the heels and then just bend the elbows to 90 degrees. We'll go out into offerings as we breathe out, open. Breathing in. Breathe out as we open. Breathing in. And just feel these moves are quite large ranges of movement if you can. Finding the increased range, almost like a little bounce at the end of the range. So you're feeling a little bit of elasticated movement right out in the sides. If you've got stiff shoulders, the elasticatedness won't make sense to you. You'll think, what the hell? But if you're going into those ligaments and going into those muscular stretches, you'll feel that little bounce as you're coming right out, that little bounce, and then return. And then we'll come down and squats and return. And we'll come down and squats and return. Keep the tummy to spine, keep your double chins, down and squats and return. Well done. Keep going down and squat, opening, keeping the elbows in your sides and return. Well done. Feel the breath. Breathing out, in through the nose. Stay down on this one, stay down, and we'll go out to offerings. Stay down and we'll return. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe out. Offerings with the fingers relatively straight. Breathing in, breathing in. Keep the shoulders down your back, ribs down, tummy to spine. Breathing in, breathing in. Lovely. Keep going with the quadriceps. So you're feeling your thighs holding you in that squat position. Breathing in, breathing out and out. In. Breathing out, in. Well done. Let's then stand up, push through. Lovely. And then we'll just go into our squat positions and then a little bit of a running pattern, pulling the tail down. Now you can go down and you can come up. That's it. So we're doing a running pattern and we're just layering up now with the squats and rising back up. Keep the tail tucked under and keep going with the feet. So if you're finding it too much coordination, just work with the feet, doing that little bit of a heel lift and lower and swapping the feet. Swap, 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 swap. And then add in, going down and coming up. Well done. Keep going. So keep the feet working. Make sure your second toes are pointing forward. Make sure your knees are staying over the second toe as you're coming down and squatting. And if you want to work harder, stay down in the squat. The thighs will kill you in the end as you're doing these little squatting patterns with the heel toe, and then coming back up when you need to. And again, just loading it as hard as you can, get into the aches and the pains and the, oh, I'm not sure I like this, Joes. Well done. And then coming back up. Let's then get the arms, because this will help us a bit with the counterbalance, won't it? So pull back through the tummy muscles, let the arms work with you. Check your feet are comfortable in the right place again. And then we'll go down into the little squat patterns. Well done, keep the double chins. So this time we're looking just in front of our mats, gazing slightly forwards, about 1.5 meters maybe with a chin tuck. Well done, lovely. Standing back up, so it's like we're in a sprint race. And I never was a sprinter. I was a terrible sprinter. I was a terrible long distance runner as well, so I don't know what my forte was supposed to be. Well done, keep the double chins. Breathe in. My forte was supposed to be Pilates, wasn't it? Shoulders back, tummy to spine. A little bit more lower if you can, try and get down. Good, keep pulling the shoulder blades together on your back. Well done, and we'll come back up. Oh, well, that was a good one, wasn't it? Okay, let's then just put the weights down for a second. We'll do some hamstring and calf stretches in standing. Well done, so we'll just come down. We'll just put one heel out in front of us. We'll bend our buttocks down and just load that knee over the middle of the foot on the loaded side. You can put your hands on the straight knee and you can just pull the toes up to you. Stick your buttocks up in the air and your chest up. So tits to town is what I was always taught while skiing, but apparently this isn't a common phrase. But I want you to put your tits to town, lift up the head, extend your back a little bit. So see if you can stick your tail up and your back into an arched posture. That's it. So you've got your shoulders down your back, you've got your chest looking forwards, your head's gently looking forwards, but your tail buttocks are tucking right up that wall behind you. And then that really gets into a deep hamstring buttock stretch. Well done, let's do the other side. Well done, so whilst you're swapping over, move around and just release off things, you know, as you need to. And then we'll put the other leg forwards. You can wait there on the straight knee or the bent knee, doesn't matter which you prefer. And then roll the shoulders down your back, tail up the wall behind you, gently pull the toes to you. That's going to increase our stretch as well. Keep the chest up and just looking forwards, but feel that chest bone going forwards and through. Squeezing the shoulder blades together and down your back, and the chest bone forwarding through and forward between the shoulders. Breathe. And then just see if you can roll that tail up the wall anymore. So you're getting this stretch that comes right up into the hamstring section and around the buttocks. Well done. And then release. So I'm going to say without knowing it, but I think we do all know it. We've just done loads of thigh muscle exercises. We've just done loads of quadriceps. So well done. We'll pull the tail down. We'll draw the tummy to spine. So we're coming into a high kneeling posture. If you need an extra bit of cushioning, then just grab an extra bit of cushioning as well. We'll gently roll our head to one side and stretch down the length of our neck. Well done. Breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. Widen out the shoulders even more. So put your hands on your own shoulders and pull them back and spread out a bit more. Well done. Let's tip our head to the other side. So just let that tilt. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Again, put your hands on your shoulders and just pull them back a little bit more, just to encourage them. Well done. And we'll bring that to center. Let's then go down, side flex, and we'll bring the arm up nice and high. And if we can, bring it over into a deeper side flex. So nice and high if you're avoiding those strong side bends. We're going to go up, keeping the tummy to spine, side flex, draw the arm up and reach and bring the palm over and back. Side flex with the tummy to spine, reach. Well done, lovely. Tummy to spine, bring the palm over. Let it come back. And your last one, side flex. Good, keep the buttocks nice and strong. Bring the palm over. And we'll bring it back to here. Lovely. Okay. I feel like I want us to do a bit more around our hips. So if we're comfortable to do this, keep it pain-free. If your knees are sore, then you might need to just come out of it. But yeah, isolate the pelvis and feel the waistline sliding. Well done. We're trying to make ourselves into a lovely banana shape. So see if you can turn yourself into a banana. Keep pulling back through the tummy. Sinking the shoulders down your back with your double chins. Well done. Use those long exhales. Wing the hips. Long exhales. Really good for isolating and stretching out the pelvis area. Waking up your spine as well. Well done. And if you've got tight hips at the back and your front area is tight and the glutes aren't squeezing as hard, thrust those hips through and try and get some stretches down the front here as well if you're tight. Beautiful. Let's bring it into middle. Let's then get off the knees. We'll come and have a sit. We'll come and sit cross-legged. I'll sit with the legs out in front of you. And just let the shoulders roll. Let the shoulders lift, round and down. It's actually quite bright outside all of a sudden. Feels lovely to see the sun peeping its way through the clouds. Let's then take into our long side flex so you can reach tall and reach up to the ceiling again. And then elongate and slide the arm as long and as far as you can as you do it. Breathe in here. Keep the buttock down on the mat. Don't let the buttocks pop out the floor. And side flex, draw back through the tummy. Pull back through the belly button. Reaching out, a big diagonal reach over as far as we can reach. And breathe in, bringing it in. And the last two, breathing out, pull back through the tummy. Think about reaching up into the top corners of the room. Breathing in and breathing out. Last one, let's reach up into the top corners of the room, keeping the shoulders down away from the ears. And we'll bring that back to center. Let's say our prayers. And we'll go round and we'll just do twist, twist, twist. Breathe in as you center. And breathe out, we'll go round and twist, twist, twist. Breathe in as you center. So keep the chin tucks, breathe out round and twist, twist, twist. Breathe in and center. And round, pull back through the tummy, twist, twist, twist. Breathe in and center. That's two. Keep the spine really tall and stacked. Try not to lean over to it. Try not to crumple down into it. Keeping the two buttocks evenly planted, big turns. And breathe in and center. Lovely. Right. Come down to the mat. Well done. So while you're working, I want you to feel the ground under your mat as well. So as you're working, you're trying to keep yourself grounded in the floor. Chin down, neck long, widen out the collarbones. Draw the tailbone long so that you've got your abdominals engaging and twisting and turning. And really try and feel the ground as your pelvis rolls across the mat. Feel each buttock taking back up the support of the floor as you roll in. Let's keep the shoulders back. Breathe in here. And breathing out. Let's sink down through the rib cage, back through the belly button. We're taking back up the support of the floor and then taking the floor support away again. Breathe in here. Breathing out, down through the ribs, back through the tummy. Use your exhales. Keep your nose in the middle and roll as you go across the mats. Well done, should feel good. And then we'll bring ourselves into center here. Turn your toes out to 10 to 2, turn your heels out to match. If you want to have your hand weights, you can do the hand weights during this section. So I'm going to grab them. Let's start with checking lumbar neutral. So just curl the tail and arch the spine and just do a little bit of lumbar mobility and just hold your hand weights around that chest height, just in front of your heart, making sure that your hand weights aren't flailing in front of your face. So that's it. Curl the tail, lower the lumbar spine to the floor, breathe in as you arch the spine and lift the lumbar spine out of the floor. Let your tail curl. Well done. And then let's find the neutral spine. So we're just going to draw along in the middle. We'll take the arms overhead, breathe out, going over. And we'll immediately bring them back over straight, back in front of the heart. Chin tucks and breathe out, take them over. Find some stretches, but don't let anything hit the floor behind you, because you should be finding the stretches before something hits the floor behind you. So ribs are down, tummy to spine. Find your arm stretches. And this time we'll bring them in and all the way down to the shoulders. So we get that full range of the shoulders, and we'll take them all the way up over, breathe out, the full range over, keep the shoulders back in sockets. And again, when you bring them forward, don't let the shoulders pop forward. We're going to keep our shoulders back in sockets. And we're going to go over again, leading with the thumbs. And you might find one goes quicker than the other. You might find one arm is tighter than the other. So just explore which one moves the best, which one moves the freest, who's stronger, who's weaker, who's tighter. And bringing it back. This time we'll abdominal curl. So we're going to make sure the feet are under us and we'll roll through the bridge. So we'll curl using our abdominals, rolling up through the bridge. And we'll time our arms at the same time as the arms go overhead. We're at the height of our bridge. And then we'll come down through the chest bone, bringing the arms over and joining the movements. And we're trying to time the spine with the arms. So when we lower our buttocks, we lower the arms. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's curl up, roll up, and take the arms overhead, nice and smoothly. Stretch out the fronts of the thighs here. Lovely. Breathe in and breathing out, bringing the arms over and centering down through the ribs, back through the tummy. Keep opening out the chest and the collarbones, despite the fact the arms are going down, which wants to pull the shoulders forward out of sockets. So we're using our stability of the shoulders, rolling up, breathing in at the top, and breathing out. Keep the shoulders back, feeling the blades connected together on the mat. Let's then this time roll up and stay up. And we'll just stop those arms at the heart. And we'll roll up and hold our hips in that long lumbar neutral with the tail long. Scissor the arms this time. So breathe out, one goes down to the hip and one goes over the head. And then breathe in, bring them in to the heart again. And breathing out. Scissor the arms. One goes over and one goes down. And breathing in and breathing out. Use your buttocks. We use the energy through those glutes. And keep the shoulders back. Now, if you've got a head cushion, you may feel like it's all a bit too much for the neck. And I do actually. So if you need to remove your head cushion, do. And then just roll up again and start again and see if it feels any easier for you. So those that want a head cushion, keep it. Those that feel like being in this sustained posture is being forcing the neck forwards, then remove the head cushion. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And then we'll bring this one back into the middle, hold it at chest level and sink down through the ribs, back through the tummy, and we'll roll all the way down. Well done. Now your buttocks are those really deep glutes. They should have been getting a bit fatigued from doing it. So hook your knees into chest and give your buttocks a stretch. And keep your chin long and your shoulders back, so you've got that nice long spine. And you're just isolating through those glutes. You could gently waddle the pelvis a little bit if you want. So just gently waddle one way and the other. Well done. Okay, let's then bring ourselves into single tabletop here. Draw the core down. If you wanted to do a single leg reach and breathe in return, you could do 6 to one side and then 6 to the other. If you feel comfortable, we'll float into double tabletops. Just leave the arms long and flat, palms down, and then we'll reach out, breathe in return, and breathe out, reach out, and breathe in return. So we're doing 6 to one side and 6 to the other, or we're going to alternate. Breathe in, out, pull back through the tummy, breathe in, return. Exhales, join the belly button to spine. Now, if you struggle with those levers in the lower back, you can put a little support cushion under the buttocks if you need it to look after your lower core to help it to engage. Breathing in, breathing out, pull back through the tummy, breathing in. Well done. When you're in the single tabletop, just check the knee stays stacked over the hip. And then every time you reach out, you're coming back and you're stopping the knee at 90 degrees. So you're not going to pull the knee too close to the chest in between the exercises. And the same applies to the double tabletop. You don't want those knees to get too close to the chest. It makes it too easy. And we don't want that, do we? Well done. Once you've done your 6 to one side and 6 to the other, just hug the knees into chest. Well done, lovely. We'll stay in double tabletops now. So just gently bring yourself into double tabletop. You could hold single tabletops again if you wish. And then we'll bicep curl. So bicep curl here. And breathe in, release the arms. And breathe out. We'll bicep curl here. And breathe in, release the arms. So if you haven't got any weights and you're thinking this is a bit dull, just do your whole arm pulses so you've got the whole arm doing the work. So you've got more leverage from your arm. If you're doing bicep curls and you're working those biceps, try and keep those elbows just hovering off the mat, but don't let the elbows slip. Breathing out as you curl, breathing in. Well done. Let's abdo prep forward into it, pull back through the tummy. So you've either got a 100s arm pulse down by your sides, or you've got some bicep curls with an abdo prep forward. You can place one foot down for a single tabletop, or you can hold up the whole position, breathing out, bicep curls, breathing in. Well done. So the arms are going pulse, 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 pulse. Well done. So your arms can go pulse, 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 pulse. So you can keep going bicep curls, but if you want to work harder and you've got the weights, then doing the pulses is going to load the lower core more. So this is another harder version. Once you get tired of bicep curls, if you've got weights, draw the belly button down and use the weights to load your lower core more. So we've got bicep curls unloaded. We've got 100 arms one unloaded. Then we've got bicep curls loaded. And then we've got 100 arms loaded. So we've got unloaded and loaded of 2 types of exercise. Keep looking through the thighs. Keep pulling back through the tummy muscles. Keep using your belly button to draw down. Well done. And when you've really had enough, then let's lower the head. Good work. So you might find that your neck got tired because you were holding weights. So don't worry if it didn't go on for as long as to normal. Place the feet into the floor nice and gently. And then we'll just gently put the hands on the pelvis and open out one knee. So use your hands on the pelvis. Check the pelvis remains nice and level, dead even. And open out the groin and stretch and rotate. Breathing in and let that knee fall out like a book. Breathe out. Open the pages of the book. Breathing in. Breathing out. Open the pages of the book. This one should feel really easy. It's like a reliever, isn't it? And giving you a groin stretch. Breathing out. Open. Breathing in. Well done. Take up your weights again if you like. And then we're just going to check that lumbar neutral again. So just draw the tail long. Have the hands just in front of your heart again, holding onto an imaginary beach ball. And then we'll go overhead with the arms and push the heel down the mat and away. Keep the ribs back, tummy back. Keep the tailbone long. Breathe in, circle the arms back to chest. And breathe out. Push the heel away. Down with the ribs back with the tummy. And breathe in, circle the arms back to the chest. Well done. So if you need your head cushion to return to you, if you removed it earlier, pop the head cushion back in. Check you've got your chin down and the shoulders are away from the ears. Pull back through the belly button as you push away. Breathing in as you return. Down with the ribs back through the tummy. Breathing in. This one should feel quite pleasant. Breathing out as you push away. Breathing in to return. Well done, good work. Breathing in. And this is where if you have got some weights in the hands, you'll feel your pectorals are controlling how far open the arms go. Breathing out. And breathing in, circling, keeping tension in your pectorals, chest muscles, pecs. Well done. Breathing in as you circle round, breathing out, so push away. And let's make this one the last one, breathing in as it comes back. Place your weights to one side. Just make sure you've got your feet hip width apart, but slightly further down the mat, so you have relatively open knees 90 degrees, say. If you want to work harder, open your knees further down the mat. And then we'll go round and we'll twist for our oblique twist. Pull back through the tummy button, and the less support you take from the feet, the harder it is. So if you take your feet further down the mat, then you're going to isolate abdominals a little bit more. So you can take your feet, step in the way, and find the point where you can really feel that belly button drawing down, stabilizing the pelvis. But don't let the tail curl up. Breathing in, breathing out. Well done, lovely. So if you're avoiding sit-ups, the lower half twist again, and breathe in as you pause and breathe out. Down through the ribs, back through the belly button and twist. Breathing in. Breathing out. Down through the ribs, back through the belly button and twist. Breathing in. Well done. Keep this nice and steadily working. Well done. See if you can get the elbows a little bit wider into your peripheral vision. That makes it harder. And if you need to make it easier, then bringing the elbows forward into your vision makes it easier. So see if you can keep the elbows relatively wide in the peripheral vision whilst working. Breathing in, breathing out. So let's keep the double chins and the neck long. Pull back through the belly button. Breathing in. And again, breathing out. Down for the ribs, back through the belly button and twist. Breathing in to return. And breathing out. Well done, lovely work. We should be starting to get a little bit tired. So you can always stop and do the lower half twist again, the knees together, feet together when you've had enough. You might be feeling the neck's getting achy. You know, it just depends on how you feel. So a few more of the oblique twists if you can. Lower half movements for the oblique twist in the lower half when you've had enough of doing the neck and upper body work. Well done. Last two. Just keep that chin tuck. This is where it gets tired. The neck starts aching on my part. So just keep the chin tucked and the fingertips supporting into the base of the temples, the back of the skull. Well done. And then we'll bring that back to center. Let's then put our right ankle onto our left knee. So just take that right ankle over to the left knee and externally rotate out the right knee. Just check the pelvis didn't swing and twist. So just check you've stabilized that pelvis, and then put the hands through the back of your right thigh if you can. Sorry, your left thigh if you can. So you've got your right ankle over to your left knee and your hands are through the back of your left thigh. Hold, and you're going to try and push that right knee away. Hold. If you're really struggling, just put your hand on the right knee and press that right knee away without elevating up the whole system. But then if you can, chin down, shoulders back, ground and stabilize yourself through the mat again. Breathe here. In through the nose and long exhale through the mouth. Well done. Let's go to the other side. Left ankle over to right knee. Just make sure it's the ankle bone itself, the ankle joint. So the bottom of your tibia and fibula, rather than the foot being twisted. So just let the foot, it should be able to do some circles without dragging the foot into the stretch. And then we're going to put the hands around the back of the right thigh and turn out and press away the left knee as much as you can. Down for the ribs, back through the tummy muscles, open out the shoulders, chin down, neck long. Let's hold and breathe here. Pull back through the tummy muscles and long breath out. Let's breathe here. In through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. And breathe here. In through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. Well done. And we'll release the feet. Okie dokie. Roll onto your side. Put a cushion between your ear and your arm. And just make sure that you've got your knees in front of you and your knees and thighs are going down at 45-degree angle away from yourself, and your feet are bending back up so that you've got the reach for the arm, and you should have the shoulders, the hips and the feet all in a row roughly. And then the feet go away from you and they're still in that line, but you can't touch them anymore. Okay, top hip pushed away, room for the little mouse under the waistline. and just tilt forwards so that you're rolling down towards the floor. So I want you to just bring the whole body into a forward tilt. We're going to keep it hard on purpose because some of you may roll backwards by accident. So we're going to just open out, and keeping it in that forward tilt keeps it in the glute. So the more you can point the buttock up toward the ceiling, the harder it is. Then you can make it easier by releasing away and coming back to the vertical with the body. And we definitely really prefer you not to roll open and back. So the version I don't want you to do is this, where you're looking up to the ceiling yourself. Try and look down toward the floor. Keep it in that forward tilt. That's it. And then pull back through the tummy as you breathe out. Check the ribs are on the body and you haven't popped them forwards. And just run your hand down your back and check you've got that nice long spine. So if you can feel you've got an archy back, then you need to squeeze the tail under more and pull the ribs back more so that you've got that lovely long flat spine. Breathing in and breathing out. Well done. You can use a hand in front if you need it. Good. Keep setting the shoulders down away from the ears. Don't forget to smile. Think about kittens or something really cute that makes you smile while you're doing your clam exercises. Well done. This should be getting achy because we're against gravity and it's harder, especially if we're keeping that front quarter tilt. We're working a bit harder to normal. Well done, lovely, good work. And then let's bring that back. Just release the body back into that side plane so you're not rolled and tilting forward this time. Let's then put that leg out long and straight and just enjoy that length that comes right down. Press the heel away so you're holding your ankle at 90 degrees and then just hold that there. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Turn the palm up to the ceiling. So this hand that's on the floor, turn the palm up to the ceiling. Keep the shoulder down away from the ears so you've got this nice set of collarbones whilst you're working as well. Check you've got room under the waist, the little mouse hole here as well, so you haven't dropped the waist. And these two hips stacked on top of each other vertically. Let's then do a small circle going round. Lovely. And immediately I pulled up from a pelvic floor because I know that I'm going to find it a bit trickier. So pull up through the pelvic floor, use the muscles, and we'll go up, round and back behind, up, round and back behind. Lovely. Think about cute kittens again, or puppies, whether you be a cat or a dog person. Lovely. Keep circling, pulling the shoulder back, breathe. Ah, we love doing leg circles, don't we? Yeah, it's great. Keep pulling back through the tummy muscles, keep pulling up through the pelvic floor. Breathe. Well done. Keep smiling to yourself, thinking, I love doing leg circles. They're my absolute favourite exercise. Well done. Breathe. Once the leg gets tired, feel free to lower it down if necessary. Do you like that? Only if necessary. That makes it sound a bit more serious, doesn't it? Well done. Keep there. Breathe. Keep pulling up through the pelvic floor. Give it a breather if it needs it, and then you could rejoin as well. Well done. Let's pull it in and give it a pat. Well done. A good thud. Okay, let's put the bottom leg straight and keep the toes pointing to the front of your mat. So you've got ankles at 90 degrees. And then this time push the top hip away again. So you always fall flat with this movement. So just push the top hip away again. And then inner thigh adductor raise. Breathe in as you lower. Breathe in out. Breathe in as you lower. Just check the hand can push away. So it's almost assisting the muscle work around the trunk. And then you'll realise, oh, I don't really need to push. I can just hold it here and monitor. But if you need the physicality of the push, use the physicality of the push for good technique. Well done. Breathing out as you raise. Breathing in. Make it nice and purposeful. So you're staying up there, making sure it knows it's there. The pelvic floor is pulling up and saying hello and engaging. And the knees strong and straight. So the thigh muscles that we did earlier, those are really working to hold the knees strong and straight. And we're not going to let it drift forward. I can feel mine's drifting forward. So push it back. Push it into the back corner of your mat. You can work the glutes a bit harder by pushing it into the back corner of your mat. So keep it behind you, strong and straight. Well done. Last one. Well done, lovely. Let's then pull both these into chest for a moment. So just a gentle hug and just a quick ease off through the glutes. And then we'll put those legs out long and straight again. This time, let's point the toes like a ballerina. So we're going to be in 2 toe points so that we're like a ballerina. We'll try and lie all along a straight line. So it's like we're lying on a fence. We'll push our top hip away and we'll just make sure we've got room for the little mouse to put under the waistline again with our hips stacked. Well done. If anything gets too hard, you can bend the bottom knee so you're not lying all along a fence anymore. But this time, we'll try and keep the 2 feet glued together. We'll pull up through the pelvic floor, so we'll work that muscle group to support, and we'll breathe out and we'll try and float the 2 feet. Breathe in, hold, and breathe out. We'll lower the 2 feet together. So the bottom leg can be bent, and it could be a simple lift and lower if you're feeling that this is too much. Or you might have a bony hip that's got a sore patch and it just can't tolerate it. So if you've got a bony hip with a sore patch, you could try rolling to the front and doing your lift and lowers more on the front rather than on the side to get forward off the bony hip. Or if it just doesn't work, just don't do this exercise. Bend the bottom knee and do a lift and lower, raising the leg on the top instead. Well done. Breathe out, pull up through the pelvic floor. Breathe in. Keep your toes in point. Ballerina feet. Breathing in. And breathe out, raise. And breathing in. And breathe out, raise. And breathing in. You've got to be working this muscle group. Breathe out, raise. Breathing in, keep the tummy to spine, and breathe out, raise. Breathing in. Well done. If you need quick breathing, you're doing the lift and lowers in between with a breathe out, raise, and breathing in. That's it. So you've got some options to have a quick, breather with and then to rejoin as well. Breathe out, raise. Breathing in. And last one, breathe out, raise. Breathing in. Well done. Hopefully we kept our pelvic floor doing some activity with us there all the way through. Let's come up into sitting. So take yourself on your side and then into sitting. Put your legs out long and straight in front of you. Reaching down toward touching your toes and lengthen. It's always quite nice to bring the head back up to the vertical in some way, isn't it? It always feels like a relief to come back up into the vertical, I find. Well done, that's it. So just stretching out the buttocks and hamstrings. Breathe in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. See if you can look up, chest forwards, almost in the same way we did our leg stretches earlier. So think about that chest bone forwards between the shoulder blades, looking up, keep the tail lifted, and then it stretches out the buttocks and hamstrings a bit more. Well done, and then back. Let's then roll over and swap ends of our mat. Okay, so you've got cushion between the ear and the arm. And the knees are bent back into our posture we were in earlier for the clam. Ribs back, tummy back, top hip pushes away. Room for the mouse. Roll forward into it a little bit. So you tilted your chest down toward the floor, the whole pelvis tilting. Your feet would almost pop up, wouldn't they? Yeah. So just leave the feet down, but you've got that forward rotation. And then keep the work working as you breathe out to open and breathe in to close. Keep pulling the shoulder back, so try not to let the shoulder sort of pop forward. We've got Rory the cat here, come to observe the Pilates class. Hello, Rory. Breathe out, open. Breathe in, close. Well done. Rory is now, I think, he'll be coming up for 17 in February. He's my little old cat, bless him. Well done. Now let's keep forward. I can feel that this hip's weaker than the other hip. So you naturally roll back because your body just goes, I think I'll just make it a smidge easier for myself. So try to not do that. Try to stay on it. Try and encourage it to work hard. Well done. And you will really feel the buttocks. So just squeeze down that tail. Hold on to your lottery ticket. Breathe out open. My sister knows someone that won the Amaze House this time. You know, the Amaze House in the Lake District. My sister knows the person. Apparently she spent £25 on the ticket and she's won this amazing house in the Lake District. Breathing in and breathing out. Keep hold of your tickets. Breathing in and breathing out. Well done. Last couple. Breathe in, breathing out. Squeeze that glute. Breathing in and breathing out. Squeeze that glute. Well done. Push the bottom leg out long and straight. Hold it there. You can bring yourself back onto the side plane. Ribs back, tummy back. Just check everything's still in a nice alignment running down the chain. Push your toes to the front and your heel down to the bottom of your mat. So you've got your ankle at 90 degrees. Your shoulder pulls back and we're just holding it there, pulling up through the pelvic floor. Breathe. Smile. Think about kittens and puppies. Well done. We'll go round to the back. Little circles round to the back. Round to the back. Keep breathing. In from the nose, out through the mouth. Well done. You might even find the front of the shin gets tired just from holding that foot at a 90-degree angle. That's fine. It's working ankle muscles and stability as well. That's what's good about Pilates. It really is a full muscular workout. We do tend to hit all the muscles when we're doing it. Well done. The full circle all the way back. Keep squeezing the blade together and down your back as well. Lovely. Smile. Think, I love doing leg circles. They're my absolute favourite exercise, especially because I get to use my pelvic floor as well. Couldn't be better. Lovely. Glutes to the back. So just keep squeezing to the back a bit more. If you drifted forward, squeeze behind you. Well done. Don't forget to have a breather in between wherever you need it. Well done. Let's then just pause that and lower it. Bend the knees, give it a pat. A good thud. Okay, right. Pop the front leg forwards and the bottom leg out very straight. Chin tucks. And we're going to ankle the ankle at 90 degrees. And we're going to breathe out. Breathe in lower. Now check you've got that top hip pushing away again. Breathe out. Breathe in lower. Pelvic floor drawing up. Keep the bottom knee very straight. Let's push that heel into the back corner of our mat and keep that back knee bolt straight. Use the thighs to keep it straight. Don't let the hamstrings bend the knee. Well done. Feel the exhales. Breathe out through the mouth. Breathing in. Well done. Use your pelvic floor. Breathe out. Pull up through the pelvic floor. Breathing out to lift. Well done. Now I feel like I could do these all day long. I don't really feel like these are causing me any trouble today, but you'll feel that if you're tight on the outsides of the hips, you've got resistance on the outside of the hip. Lifting the inner thigh is going against the tightness of the resistance. So if you've got tighter hips, it makes the exercises more resistant. So you might get tired sooner than me for that very reason. Well done. Okay, so this time we're going to point the feet like a ballerina. So just take yourselves to reach the toes. and squeeze the glutes through and enjoy that long squeeze. Really fire up the buttocks, squeeze them hard, pull the tail down. So you're really nipping hard and down into that lower buttock area. Ribs back, tummy back, room for a little mouse to run under the waistline. And you can choose if you're going to do lift and lower again like last time, or we're going to breathe out, lift. We'll breathe in, hold, pulling up through the pelvic floor and holding, and breathing out as you lower. Breathe in, prepare, breathe out, lift, breathe in, hold, and breathing out as you lower. We'll change the breathing pattern in a moment. So we'll breathe out, lift, breathe in, hold, and breathing out as you lower. Then we'll go a little bit quicker. Breathe out, lift, breathe in, lower, and breathe out, lift, and breathe in, lower. Keep the ribs on the body, tummy to spine. Breathe out, lift. Well done. Don't forget you could bend the bottom knee if you're really struggling for balance for some reason, or you could roll onto the front off the bony part of your hip if you've got a sore patch. Keep your shoulder down away from your ear. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. Breathe in, out, lift. Breathe in, lower. I've got a naughty dog who thinks he's missing out. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. He's not naughty. He just thinks everything is about playing constantly, bless him. Breathe out, lift. Pull up through the pelvic floor. Breathe in, lower. Last two. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. Well done. If you're still going, amazing work. Well done. Breathe out, lift. Let's then take ourselves into long sitting again. Come up slowly when you're ready. Watch you don't go dizzy. Point the feet. Let's sit really tall just to start with. So just work on parallel legs, knees are straight, tail grounding into the mat, tail long, and shin tucks. And then we'll go forwards, sliding, keeping that tall spine, pulling back through the belly button. Try not to hunch down into it. Let's keep that long, tall spine, looking after our backs in the upper back. Well done, lovely. Breathe here. And then if you're comfortable to flex through the upper back, then we'll soften and go right the way down toward it as well. So we've got the extra range by letting ourselves soften, as long as you're comfortable to do that. Lovely. Sometimes it's quite interesting to see what part of you is the flexible part. So roll back up and restack, sit up nice and tall, set the shoulder blades, draw forward with the chest bone. So you're trying to get your chest bone over your knees, but you're still looking up. I say over the knees loosely, because obviously, and then you've got to hold and lengthen, almost like a waiter's bow. That's it. And then if you're comfortable, then flex the upper spine and let the upper spine soften and flex if you're allowed to. Pull back through the tummy. Well done. And if you flex the upper spine, how much further do you get to go? Well done. Let's then restack. Pull back through the tummy. Set the shoulder blades, holding up nice and tall, and restack. And then we'll just do it one more time. Let the shoulders roll behind you. Chin tucks. Keep the shoulders strong. Taking the chest bone forwards along a conveyor belt. Hold and lengthen this part with the shoulders down your back. Stretching a bit further into it like a waiter's bow. And then let your upper back flex over and draw forward into it if you're comfortable to do that. Lengthening out the hamstrings, breathe. Lovely, well done. Let's then bring ourselves up. So just try not to use your hands, try and just keep your hands in front of you, and we'll swing into high kneeling, and then we'll come up. Well done. Let's then, I'm just going side on, so I've got room to the back of me to do a big twist and a twist and an open. And a big twist and a round and an open. So lead with the little finger if you can. We're going round through a backstroke twist. We're relatively squeezing our glutes and trying to keep the hips to the front, but let your spine turn. Open out the chest and then return to middle. Let your spine turn, open out your chest. and return to middle. So you can choose. You don't have to keep the hips dead tense so much now because we're cooling down. And back to middle, and breathe out, twist, and center, and breathe out, twist, and center, and we'll bring that back to the center here. Okay, 2 options. Option 1, you can let your feet a bit wider and you can do your sliding of the side glides and just let the waistline loosen here as well. Option 2 is a roll down. So option 2, making sure the feet are pointing to 12 o'clock, and we'll roll chin to tuck, and then the shoulders, and we'll loosen out the shoulder blades and we'll let the arms dangle. Ribs on the body, tummy to spine, we'll peel our way forwards. Pull up through the belly button when we get down so that we're using the core, and let the tailbone swing up. Stretch out the buttocks and hamstrings. Breathe in and breathe out. Pull down for the tail. Draw in your belly button so that you're pulling back your vertebrae one by one. Well done, you're all doing a really lovely job. Widen out the collarbones and your head through last. One more time for good luck. Breathe in, breathe out, chin tucks. Stretch the neck. Let the shoulder blades melt. Let the arms dangle in front of your feet. Let the arms dangle with gravity, taking them all the way down. Let the tailbone swing up to the sky. Breathe in here. And breathe out. Pull down through the tail. Draw back through the tummy. Restack. Pulling back through your belly button and core. Well done. Open out the chest and shoulders. Really migrate the shoulder blades down your back. Collarbones are wide. Feel that you've got a 1/4 to 3 collarbones. So we're thinking about that nice open set of shoulders. Ribs are back, and we've got that stacked pelvis underneath the hips, and ribs stacked with the tail down. Lovely. Izzy is 16 in February. So I know I've got a 17-year-old cat, a 16-year-old dog, and a 15-year-old dog. We've got a nursing home for cute animals. Right. Have a lovely day. Take care, everyone. See you soon. See you. Lincoln, be quiet. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Settle down. Shh. Alexa off.